Hey there everybody, Dr. Krystal here. This is really going out to my parents out there. We are talking all about the power of creativity and how that right brain, when activated properly, can really soar for our children when we can activate them and help them really engage in that part of their development. So it really comes down to us trying to find our own creativity and find ways that we can really help engage our children so that way they can get a break from the screen time and really pull out that more imaginative play that, if you think back to maybe when you were a kid, I feel like it's so much more prevalent when we were younger, that you go outside and play with your friends, or you create and make up fun games and things like that. That's not a thing anymore these days. I feel like so many kids are used to being told what the game is, or being given the rules, or they're sitting on a screen in front of a computer playing these types of games. And while those can be very fun and engaging in different ways and create, other pathways, we really want to try to draw that on that creativity, especially from a young age, because I feel like it can get lost in the mix so easily. So being able to find your child playing and being creative and making up little games, you just see the joy in their little faces and stuff when you watch them play these games and things and come up with these stories and things like that. That's what's getting lost these days. So wanting to draw that out really does help bring this more creative play, and those things really do help create good problem solving skills, more better emotional expression, social skills, being able to play well with others and things like that. So that's really what we're looking to enhance neural development in children, and being able to really just increase their focus, their resilience, their regulation of their body and emotions, really creating better hand-eye coordination when they're playing more actively outside and things like that. So that's really what we want to try to engage in more. It doesn't have to be difficult. It sometimes may be very difficult on the part where we're trying to minimize screen time. If your child is used to playing on screens and watching things on screens all the time, the transition is tough. So the more that you can engage with them during that transition until they're used to maybe doing a little more self-play or playing with other kids and things like that, other siblings in the house, can be really helpful, because so much screen time really does disrupt their mood, their sleep, their attention span, and then we're starting to have more and more issues at school and things like that when we're trying to be paying attention better. So when it comes to how parents can help with this a little bit, it's really about the space that's created in the home. Do you have an area where it's okay to have, the arts and crafts supplies out, and just different ways that your child can be creative without worrying about making too big of a mess and things like that. So having a safe space that you can be okay with it being a little disorganized and getting messy once in a while, having that space that the child knows to go to, and that's where their creativity can really soar, whether it be with different colored papers or crafting supplies or paints and markers and different things that they can make out of these things too. Incorporating movement too, with dance and music and things like that is really awesome too. And just, it doesn't have to be expensive either. I think most parents can agree that when your child gets a toy or something new, it's like they end up liking the box that it came in more than the toy itself. So use that to your advantage. When you're getting your Amazon deliveries or something, those big boxes can be used and kind of recreated and multi-purpose for other things too. I don't know how many times we use boxes as pirate ships, or the little boxes get cut up and made into airplanes or trains or tracks for cars. It's fun to be able to kind of almost upcycle and use these things for other purposes as well, and that way they don't just get thrown out, because like I said, for some reason it's the box or the packaging something came in that's even more exciting to a lot of kids. So use that to your advantage, trying to kind of limit screen time to certain times of the day or things like that, making sure that time right when they're home from school is to maybe refuel up with a healthy snack, maybe a little quiet time, rest time, time to catch up on homework, things like that, where they're not coming home and going right to a screen, because they get enough of that probably in school as well, being on a computer and things like that more and more. The other helpful things that you can do is trying to rotate out their activities and toys too, putting some things away, kind of the back of the closet for a while, having bins that you can put your children's toys and things in that maybe once a week or something like that you can kind of rotate through, and then it's like getting a whole new set of things to play with where it kind of sparks their creativity again, whether it's building blocks or like I said, little arts and crafts type things, Legos, that kind of stuff. So it can be fun and engaging for kids. It's just you really being the catapult that kind of gets it going, the catalyst that really helps kind of ignite that creativity for your children and for yourself too. You'll find that you enjoy it as well, and your creative side starts to come out when you're creating new creatures or new stories or writing songs or dancing to music. Like, it can be whatever you want it to be for you and your family, but as long as you're trying to do it together, it not only helps their brains, it also helps sharpen yours too. So I hope this is helpful for you and that you have a great creative month here. That's what we're talking about all month long, so we cannot wait to see you and your family in the office. Have a great day.